Wait lang Jen. Naligaw ako. Wait lang. Jen, please, paki-ano muna. Freeze mo muna.
Yes po.
Hmm. Okay lang. So, I'd like to start with lahat daanan natin dyan. Number 1, ganun muna. So, for number 1, Jen, so, naka-ano na. Okay,
Ito na po.
naka-share na. Okay. That's number 1. Just let me know ilan yung naka-answer dyan. Ilan yung naka-answer ng question 1? Jen.
Wait lang ma'am, tingnan ko lang po.
Hindi, nakikita dyan. Nakikita sa... Okay. Nakikita bawat question yata. You proceed with the question. Sige. Hinahanap ko nga din yung form eh. Nasaan na yung form? Mhm. Oops. Saan na kaya? Doon sa responses dyan, hindi dyan sa question, dyan sa responses, then summary. Hindi mo talaga mahanap dyan.
Ito na po.
Doon sa responses. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Ako lang ba hindi nakakakita?
Nasa question tag pa rin, ma'am.
Oo nga eh. Click mo lang yung sa responses and then summary. Ayan. So, you can see the average, 17.31. So, we did not reach yung 21 na minimum natin, minimum goal. So, we have minimum goal. Okay, proceed with the next slide. Medyo mabagal ba sa'yo? So you can see, actually question 6 most frequently missed. Pero punta na lang tayo sa bawat item dyan. So first question, hindi. No. Sa responses pa din. Pero doon sa yan. So it means dito sa, hindi, sige, proceed pa. Okay, sige lang. Keep going. Yan. Oops. Sa number 1. So you can see yung sa left side, di ba? 20 out of 29. Okay, yung number 1. So it means that there are 9 people who did not get it. So yung primary purpose, of course, answer is letter C, decentralized governance. Kasi it's the it's the full, leverage for devolution. the reason why nagkaroon ng RA 7160 is because it is to decentralize governance and giving more power, authority, and resources to local government units. And yeah, bottom line is local autonomy and ensuring more responsive and accountable local governance. And letter A is incorrect because RA 7160 focuses on decentralization and not centralization. So it's the opposite. Yung B naman, partially correct as it involves fiscal autonomy, but it is not the primary purpose. Yeah, I'm just doing this. I will go over kahit yung incorrect answer para so that you can distinguish yung kanya kung bakit hindi ito yung answer. So letter D is incorrect as RA 7160 is a legislative act, not a new constitutional framework. Letter E is incorrect also as special economic zones are not a focus of RA 7160. So number 2, Jen, how many people got this correctly?
16 po.
Out of
29.
okay, so almost 1/2, ano? So which of the following? So these are some of those, these are type of questions that are tricky. Yung, take note of the negative. Which of the following is not, okay? Please be very vigilant or wary about when you are asked about this type of question, yung which of the following is not a major component of the Local Government Code of 1991. Letter D, correct answer is letter D, creation of metropolitan authorities with exclusive powers. Because RA 7160 does discuss metropolitan authorities, but it does not create them with exclusive powers. It promotes inter-LGU cooperation but maintains the autonomy of individual LGUs. So A is a major component as the code addresses local taxation and fiscal matters, but it's not the so you see they are all except B, they are all components. Okay, B is also a major component involving the evolution of services. C is a major component addressing elections and term limits. Okay, and E is a component addressing environmental planning and sustainable development. Yung A kanina, did I mention also that A is a major component as the code addresses local taxation and fiscal matters. So look for keywords that indicate core functions of local governance under the code. So exclusive powers for metropolitan authorities do not align with the principles of RA 7160. Then our question 3, Jen, how many people got it?
29/29 po.
So hindi ko na yan itatakal because it's it's plain and simple. In the question na-reflect na doon ang 'di ba, na local planning. Okay, so question 4, how many people?
22/29 po.
So 7. Okay. Under RA 7160, what is the primary role of the LDC? Yeah, probably this is not really taken seriously, yung LDC parang, but the LDC is primarily responsible for formulating socio-economic development plans and policies, which is a central part of local governance and planning under RA 7160. If we go over the choices, A pertains to legislative bodies, and then C is the function of local executive offices, not LDC, and D is the function of financial management offices. E is related to health services, not the LDC's main role. So we need to be very you need to know and to identify the role that aligns with planning and development, which is a core aspect of the LDC's function. Question 5, Jen, how many people?
16/29.
Okay, so I'll take that. One of the key features of RA 7160 is the provision for LGUs to generate their own revenues. So which of the following mechanisms is not included under this provision? So how would you, so what's the technique there? Because the answer is income tax. Okay. Income tax. So LGUs do not have the power to impose income tax. This is reserved for national government. So A is primary source of local revenue. B is a significant revenue generating mechanism for LGUs. D and E are legitimate sources of revenue under RA 7160. So you see, when you can have elimination method to rule out the clearly incorrect options first to narrow down your choices. So also keywords, still this one is #1 strategy, because you need to focus on keywords related to local autonomy, decentralization, and specific functions of LGUs as outlined in the code. So okay, next Jen. Ilang tao?
11/29 po.
So that's kung ito lang yung question 6 yung nag-iisa na pag-asa natin, like if we have 69 point something 99 and then you did see one question is not equivalent to 1 point in the board exam, so it's something like less than 1. So depends on the weight of the area, no? Like planning processes, methodologies, that's 45%. Kapag nag-iisa lang, and then this is just the only reason, di ba, sayang naman. So let's do that. Question 6, which article of RA 7160 outlines the powers, duties, and functions of local government officials? This is something na hindi you cannot eliminate because it's something that memory work ito. So Article 10 specifically details the powers, duties, and functions of local government officials, emphasizing their roles in governance and administration. By the way, mandatory positions and duties and functions of each official, and it's one of the concerns of planners. Okay, so you make sure that you will remember Article 10 that details the powers, duties, and functions of local government officials. So incorrect answers because A does not focus on the duties and functions. So no matter what I say here, mahirap because it's memory work. So yun yung napansin ko sa atin. We're not yet, but I will understand kasi today is June 12, right? Next month, July 12. So meron pang ilang araw bago board exam. But for people who are doing special licensure examination, SPLE, in Qatar and KSA, that will be on the 16th na. So 12, 13, 14. So they only have 3 days na from today. And I'm not sure, isa lang ang nakapasa yung paper or isa lang yung ready, parang ganon. So and that's why and yun na nga, she's she's repeating the exam from last year. So I'm hoping she did not review under me last year, but I helped Qatar naman. I helped them parang in-establish, I helped the PIEP Qatar to support the reviewees, okay, for 2024 aspirants. For questions, sana tayo? So, by the way, yung B, if it's anything na makatulong, Article 5, we look at the code. It relates to financial matters. And then D concerns general provisions. E address final provisions and transitional arrangements. So Article 1, okay, you try to parang lang be familiarized lang. And then question 7, Jen, how many people have got it?
11/29 po.
Mataas din yung failing dito sa question na to. Under RA 7160, which body is primarily responsible for the creation or formulation, sometimes we can say parang MPDC, parang ganon. That's the first thing, kasi kapag mag-eliminate ako, Sangguniang Bayan, I'll eliminate Sangguniang Bayan, and I'll skip B, baka yan nga yung tama, parang ganon. I'll also skip C, baka tama nga naman, but not provincial government. You can I mean, you can strike that out, and barangay assembly. So between LDC and MPDO, please remember, hindi lang sila, that's the coordinating office, the one that collates and the one that leads, but the primary responsible, the LDC is responsible for formulating this LUP in coordination with other stakeholders and experts. So A, of course, approves. Sangguniang Bayan, the respective Sangguniang approves the CLUP but does not primarily formulate. C, supports the process, diba? But it's not the main body. And then D, provides guidance, but the primary responsibility lies with the LDC. And E has no direct role in creating or in formulating the CLUP. Nandun lang sila sa during public consultation, so they participate, okay? So next one, Jen. How many people?
20/29.
20. Okay, so what's the primary implication of decentralization as emphasized in RA 7160 for local governance? So 20, madami yan? So 20, 20? How many people? Sorry, I need to look my... Mahina yata yung internet ni Jen ngayon kasi malakas ang ulan ng Tagagaraw. So anyway, correct answer is C, increase autonomy. Yeah, decentralization is spreading, diba? Spreading and empowering. So letter C, increase autonomy and decision-making power for LGUs. Yeah, giving more autonomy and decision-making to manage their own affairs effectively. So A is the opposite of decentralization. I think, and then B contradicts the essence of decentralization. D goes against the principle of local autonomy. And E is incorrect as decentralization involves more responsibilities for LGUs. Jen, number 9.
23/29 po.
Okay, which of the following provision is not? Okay, so yeah, I noticed this is one of our weaknesses aside from memory work. We're a little bit scared, or like we are a bit intimidated by the word not. Okay, so you need to, how should I advise you about this one? Just the same thing, look at the choices first. Okay, and then proceed with the question, or depende if you're comfortable with that. Is not mandated by RA 7160 for LGUs. Establishment of an independent local judicial system. So I think it's yeah, why did you not get this correctly? All are, you see, local development council, Because A is mandated for planning and development, B is required for education-related functions. They are all local. And then C is mandated for disaster management, and E is necessary for local governance at the barangay level. But pwede naman kayong mag 50-50 dito sa creation of barangay assembly and independent local judicial system. But you know very well the dichotomy, di ba? Alam naman natin na judicial system is not not mandated under the code. So question 10.
(23/29) po.
Okay, I'm looking at, so may nag-answer na 4 at saka 2. Okay, so in the context of RA 7160, what's the significance of the era? Ito yung tinatanong ni Menandro kanina, isn't it? So, yung sa 10 kasi, okay, the correct answer is it serves as a primary source of income for LGU. So let's do it one by one. Yeah, the era, okay, the era is crucial for, we know that, crucial for LGUs, di ba? Because it constitutes a significant portion of the income, of LGU's income. So the era is distributed to LGUs based on a formula that considers population, land area, and equal sharing. Population, land area, and equal sharing. This financial support from the national government allows LGUs to fund various local projects, services, and administrative expenses. It is intended to enhance local autonomy, right? So by providing LGUs with the necessary resources to function independently. So you know this, most of you here are from LGU. Yung answer ni Menandro, it ensures a uniform, or it ensures uniform budgetary allocation. So let's try to analyze that. It ensures uniform budgetary allocations to all LGUs regardless of size. If you take that literally, the era does not ensure uniform budgetary allocations to all LGUs regardless of size. Instead, the distribution formula takes into account factors such as population, land area, and equal sharing, which means the larger or more populous LGUs might receive a different amount compared to smaller ones. So take that literally, and that's what I've been telling, don't overthink. Don't be greater than the question. Be friends with the question. Don't overestimate the question, and be something like casual, because practice is indeed different from taking the board exam. This is not the be all of being a planner. This is something like ititrick kayo. This is forcing you to be more critical thinkers and analytical thinkers, and don't overthink. So the era aims to equitably distribute funds based on this criteria, rather than providing a uniform amount to every LGU, regardless of the size. So, and number one, it is incorrect because the era is designed to enhance local autonomy, not to increase national control over local budgets. Also, incorrect because ERA supplements local revenue sources. LGUs are still encouraged to generate their own revenue through local taxes, fees, and charges. Let's say, I think you mentioned about a city, right? But still, the ERA still plays for most cities, it still provide, or it's still the biggest chunk of the budget of the budget of government of LGUs. City ka man o 6th class municipality ka, it's still the biggest, unless, but there are some circumstances whereby baka yung barangay mas mataas pa nga yung yung mas mataas pa yung na-generate nila because of other income. Like I know a barangay in sa Siargao, ay Bruce. I know those barangays there, mas mayaman pa sila sa munisipyo. Parang ganon. Or halos kasing yaman or para silang munisipyo, di ba? Yung lalo na yung katabi, yung mga
May
active.
mga
Oo, active. Meron akong na-advise dyan ng mga barangays dyan sa inyo.
active tourism area.
Oo,
May barangay dito sa amin na mayaman, yung malapit sa Magat Dam. Pero
ayun.
small barangay lang siya. Pero
Oo.
malapit sa Magat Dam mismo Magat Dam.
Sa Magat.
Sa SN.
Okay. Meron madami. Lalo na yun sa Siargao na yan, pinagtatawanan lang siguro. Pinagtatawanan literally, because I spoke to them, yung sa munisipyo, because they can earn more. So that these are special cases, di ba? So it's also incorrect because the ERA is intended to supplement, not replace or other forms of local revenue. Okay? So, yeah, still I stand with the letter B, okay, as the primary source of income for LGUs. So we go to 11. Yan. How many people?
25/29 po.
I know someone, he's an architect. He took the board 3 times, but sobrang talino niya. Pero hindi siya nakakapasa. Yung inabutan siya ng 2019. Kasi he overthinks. So ngayon pa lang, I advise you not to overthink, okay? Do not be greater or lesser than the question. So that's something that I can advise you. Yeah, just deal with it head on. Magkapantay. Ganon, okay? I'm not sure, but I'm being what is this one? I'm being idiomatic, so I'm taking it as take it as an idiom. Don't be greater. Kasi kapag you think advance or ahead of the question, something like wala naman dun sa variable, but you keep adding variables to the question. Meron din naman yung iba na in-underestimate yung question. Pinapaliit nila. Okay, so ganon. And you would hear more tips from me, okay? And more advice. So, question 11, which provision of RA 7160 emphasizes the role of CSOs in local governance? So, answer is section 18. Role of NGOs in local di ba? Obvious naman. Civil society na. So, lahat yan, di ba? Question 12, Jen. What is the significance of the General Welfare Clause in RA 7160? Lahat ba nakakuha nito?
25/29 po niyan.
You're supposed to get all of you. Dapat alam niyo itong general welfare kasi it means that it indicates that you understood the code, that it provides guidelines for LGUs to follow in policy making. Yeah. A is creation of Enro, di ba? Sorry, question 30 na ako. But you can see it restricts the powers of LGUs, hindi naman. Puro negative yan, di ba? Significance nga, it provides guidance. So, centralizes is opposite. It limits the fiscal, so it's just one of the components, but not everything. Okay, it outlines the mandatory provisions for local. So it's just a small aspect. So letter B is the correct answer. Question 13. Jen.
Ma'am, may message ako regarding question 13 sa messenger. Thank you.
Anong message mo? Mm. 13 ba yan? Regarding letter A. Section 48. Memorize ni Miller ang local government code, ano? So what's the correct answer? Mandatory provision for LGUs. Let's see. Let me see, check ko lang. Okay. So which of the following is mandatory provisions for LGU in terms of environmental planning? Menro. Don't we have supplementary provisions dito sa Menro? No? Wala pa, no? Miller? You're from DNR?
Yes po ma'am. Hanggang ngayon ma'am, optional pa rin yung
Optional pa
presyo
din?
ng Minro. Hindi mandatory.
So walang correct answer dito sa mababawasan. Meron,
Yes po
ilan
ma'am. Wala po ma'am.
kasi nakalagay environmental planning, no? So hindi naman pwedeng local housing kasi hindi naman yun metropolitan environment, lalong hindi. And
Yung
then urban core,
MPDC,
hindi
pwede
naman.
sana.
Yung nationwide naman, LGU nga yan hindi naman nation. Yung Lenro, under RA 7160. Yeah, alam ko na hindi pala ito mandatory pa, no? But there are some mga proposals, ano? Proposal pa lang siya. So, sandali lang.
Sa local government code, puro may appoint lang, no?
Yes,
May-
ma'am.
May
Tama yan.
lang.
Yeah,
Ganun pala yun.
let's look for asan yung parang
Usually, ang MPDC, yun na rin ang ang Menro,
gumagawa.
ganun, ma'am. Oo, ma'am. Multitask sila.
Okay. Hindi, I'm looking for provision na yung
Ma'am Ann,
oo, hello?
ma'am, may question lang po kay Sir. Sir na
Sige.
from DNR. Sir,
From DNR.
yung provision po ba na I mean not provision, yung parang guidelines saying that hindi po mandatory ang Menro. Does that cover the provincial Enro, sir?
Yes po, lahat. Lahat po yan. From province down to the municipality or city. Optional lang po yan.
Sige. Thank you, sir.
Oo, hindi, let's look for some basis na ano na yung kanyang status, ano? So, Yan, it's still the RA 7160 pa rin yung kanilang qualifications. 484 yung sinasabi ni paragraph A. This section specifically provides for the creation of the position of the NRO at the provincial and city levels. Wala nga bang although RA 7160 does not explicitly mention the MENRO, the same principles apply. Okay. Yun bang, okay, dun sa ESWM, dun sa 9003, this act mandates the establishment of a solid waste management board at the municipal level where the MENRO often plays a crucial role in the planning and implementation of solid waste management programs. So this is something overthinking on my part siguro, but in the future when you become ENP, then we need to, I think MENRO indeed should be mandatory na kasi it's becoming inconsistent with other laws like solid waste management, that it's asking MENRO as the one that should be leading, di ba? The SWM. And solid waste management is one of the most pressing, the most controversial, the most everything environmental problem in all LGUs, di ba? Nakita mo naman yung mga violations have been and then you were notified already. Madami ng LGUs na notify on violations on RA 9003. So, and it's asking MENRO in the kasi sa section 12 of local government code, nakalagay role of LGUs, but it's asking MENRO. So these are the inconsistencies that we can do. And then also in RA 9275, which is the Clean Water Act of 2004, again it says MENRO. And then Clean Air Act, MENRO, nakalagay din sa section 36. And then so I'll copy paste this one. Copy paste this and okay. So wala pa talagang dito. Chat. Sana yung chat dito? Ayan. So i-send ko lang dito so that you can pag-alala kayo when you become ENP. So sorry. Mali na itong nakaka-paste ko. So natin yan, alisin natin yan dyan. So 20, bonus na lang. Everyone gets it. Okay? Ulitin na lang mamaya, mag-resend na lang ng card. Masyado daw siyang mahaba. So, ko na lang kay Jen. So, I just want to show you that MENRO is deserving, Kailangan ENP ba, Miller? Do you think so?
Sabi nila, ENP daw, ma'am. Sa MENRO.
Di ba? So, kailangan na nating kasi even the ILG, it says, I found upon here, sana no, pwede rin naman mag-petition sa na dapat ang MENRO din should be occupied by an ENP. Okay, so binigay ko na kay Jen. Ay, mamaya na lang Jen. Mamaya na lang, so magiging bonus na lang yan. So we can go to, thank you for the observation. Anong number na tayo, Jen?
14.
14? Okay. So, can you, ilan yung, nakakuha dyan? Creation.
10/29 po.
Mahirap talaga, pag section lang, So, that's section 109. Specifically provides for the creation and function of the BDC. which is responsible for, pero pag DILG, taga DILG ang sumasagot dito, siguro makukuha niya kasi more or less BDC is really a very big concern of DILG. So responsible for planning and implementing development projects in the barangay. So A pertains to local development planning but not specific to BDC. Mahirap pag ganitong question. But anyway, question 15. Diyan. Under RA 7, ilan yung nakakuha dito?
14/29 po.
This is tricky kasi you see under RA 7160, which local government unit is given the primary responsibility for maintaining public order and safety. So the barangay government, being the smallest administrative division, is primarily responsible for maintaining public order and safety within its jurisdiction, because A, B, and D also have roles, but the primary responsibility at the most immediate and local level lies with the barangay. And E refers to regional government, so you can eliminate that. So siguro naman you can not contradict this kasi talagang it's the barangay government. Now we go to number 16. How many people?
13/29 po.
Tricky yung mga ganito, pero nilagay ko lang para at least we can consider looking into some planning related questions in the local government code. Which provision under RA 7160 allows LGUs to establish partnerships with private sectors for development projects? Section 35, so because it allows LGUs to enter into joint ventures and other cooperative arrangements with the private sector to enhance development projects. This is crucial. Planners should know about this one, that there is such section 35. BCD and E pertain to other matters such as legislative procedures, disciplinary actions, and fiscal management, but not specifically to partnerships with private sectors. Question 17.
(27/29 po yung nakakuha, ma'am.
Okay, so primary purpose, prioritize and allocate resources for development projects. So yeah, I think mataas. We can proceed to 18. Please don't forget yung mga hindi nakakuha. Okay, I'll just letter A is related to fiscal management, okay, but not specifically to LDIP, the LDIP. C relates to local economic regulation, not LDIP's primary purpose. And then D involves environmental regulation, not the investment program. And E addresses administrative efficiency, not the core function of LDIP. Question 18. Ilan?
15/29 po.
So, kalahati. Which of the following is a salient feature of RA 7160 concerning the creation of LGUs? Let's look at it one by one. Letter A, C, and D are important but not specifically mandated in the context of creating LGUs. Kasi local police force, healthcare, okay, and then universities. So you can eliminate those, and then E is incorrect kasi funding allocation follows established processes and criteria. So answer is B. It sets forth specific criteria for the creation, division, merger, or abolition of LGUs to ensure orderly and efficient local governance. Okay. Next, 8. You can answer that through elimination. 19. under RA 7160, what is the primary role of the Sangguniang? Ilan sila siguro? 29 out of 29 ito, no?
26/30 responses.
Okay. B, to enforce provincial ordinances. So this is one of the easiest question. You just have to associate it. Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So you all not at this hierarchy level should be eliminated. National, you eliminate that, and then skip letter B. Fiscal naman itong kan, yung letter C, isn't it? And then letter D is healthcare. Then letter E is disaster. So easily and quickly you can answer letter B. Provincial ordinances, okay, and resolutions. Number 20. How many?
17/30 po.
What is the significance of section 284 in RA 7160 concerning local government finance? So even if you don't know 284, finance, answer is letter B. It establishes the distribution formula for the ERA. Section 284 is crucial as it outlines the, okay, letter A and C address specific financial operations, but not the ERA distribution. D and E are important for financial management, but not directly related to section 284. Okay, so maybe you can study that. This one, okay. So 21.
11/30 po.
Procedures for initiating a recall election for local officials could be very difficult, diba? Yeah, that one, 69, outlines the procedures for initiating a recall election for local officials, allowing constituents to remove an elected official before the end of their term. So A pertains to disciplinary actions but not recall elections. B, D, and E address other legislative procedures and processes not related to recall elections. 22.
21/30 po.
Sangguniang in relation to local executive department under again, Sangguniang, always associate it with legislation, isn't it? Because A is partially correct but does not capture the full scope of legislative functions. And then letter C is incorrect, as supervision of executive actions is not a primary function. It's not its primary function, I should say. And D and E address functions outside the legislative scope of the Sangguniang. So that's how we try to, I saw some people or some reviewees during the exams, you are opening your mouth and reading it. So that's how you do. I mean, I've done that also. Pero wag lang marinig ng ng katabi ninyo kapag nag-e-exam kayo, baka sila yung makakuha ng correct answer if you become excited about it. But makakatulong yung magsalita, ganon. Open your mouth to approve. Because if you read it through your eyes or so it could be very matagal, I mean, iba-iba naman yung concentration natin eh. So yung strategy. So but I saw some of you yeah, I think Annalyn and then sino to? Some of you are scratching your head, mga ganun. So pinapractice ba yan? No, because it's something na demeanor ninyo or yun yung style ninyo to answer correctly. So, okay. And then 23, Jen. I think mahirap din ito, no? But for you, those people who are in charge of God, you should know this. Ano yung, what's the legal basis for, the specific provision for your God program, di ba? So section 36, dapat natin ito, we should remember, because it mandates the local government units to, to incorporate a God approach in their planning and budgeting processes to promote gender equality and address gender-specific issues. So A pertains to general welfare services. B, C, and E do not specifically address the God approach. So memory work pa din ito. 24. Ilan?
8/30 po.
Oh, really? Under RA 7160, which body is responsible for reviewing and approving the annual budget of a barangay? Approving, okay? Don't mistake this for something na mababa na body. Because the Sangguniang Panlungsod or Panlalawigan is responsible for reviewing. So, ibig sabihin, all other processes sa baba. Of course, halimbawa, letter A, Sangguniang Barangay proposes the budget but does not approve it. You don't approve what you have proposed. And then letter B, okay, let me see ano yung mga sinagot nila dyan. Mostly ay nagsagot ng Sangguniang Pambarangay. And then some answered Barangay Development Council. Barangay Development Council does not approve. Okay. Yeah, let's go back. Yeah, Sangguniang Barangay proposes the budget but does not approve it. B, assist in budget preparation but does not approve it. C, is involved in planning but not budget approval. E, manages funds but does not approve the budget. So, Sangguniang Panlungsod or Panlalawigan is responsible for reviewing and approving the annual budget of a barangay, ensuring fiscal oversight and compliance with local government standards. 25, Jen?
Ma'am Ann,
Yes.
for question 24,
Sige lang.
parang point of information lang po. Sa barangay level po kasi, SIP po ng barangay through the assistance of the barangay treasurer prepares the annual budget, and then the Sangguniang Barangay authorizes the budget through an appropriation ordinance. And the appropriation ordinance is then submitted to the Sangguniang Panlungsod for review. And point lang po kung yung approval of the annual budget of a barangay ay akin to the authorization done by the Sangguniang Barangay, ma'am?
Hindi. Yeah, it's true na yung sabi mo, Sangguniang Barangay, yeah, they legislate, di ba? They legislate what
Yes,
have
ma'am.
been, and then it goes upward to the,
Kasi po the Sangguniang Panlungsod, if I may not be wrong, ang nire-review na po nila is the appropriation ordinance which authorizes the annual budget. Kaya ang construction, if we may construe the question is parang the one who approves or who authorizes the annual budget of the barangay is the
so,
Sangguniang.
so let's look at the the terminology. Authorize is approval.
Yes, ma'am. And the one who authorizes or the body that authorizes the annual budget po is the Sangguniang Barangay po. Through an appropriation ordinance, ma'am. Tapos yung appropriation ordinance is the one that is being submitted in the municipal level po. Kaya po siguro kasama po ako, may mga kasama po ako na sumagot din po ng Sangguniang Barangay, ma'am.
Sangguniang Barangay.
Yes.
Let's see. I've been with DILG for 17 years, pero parang let's see. review. Because you cannot review, Carl, you cannot review what you have appropriated, di ba? Yung sabi mo appropriation, ordinance.
Yes,
Ire-review mo ba yan? Hindi.
the one
Not
being
the
reviewed,
barangay.
ma'am, the one being reviewed and being authorized by the Sangguniang Barangay po is the annual budget of the barangay. And the one being submitted to the municipal level is the appropriation ordinance po for the review and approval of the Sangguniang Panglungsod or the Sangguniang Bayan, ma'am.
O sige, let's freeze this question 24 and I'll get to the bottom of it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Para maano natin yung hierarchy, ano? Yung ano yung specific kasi this is this is an old question. Which I got from nagmix ako ng mga previous question. So this was how it was answered. So let's see, I will consider that by if freeze ko itong question para makuha natin yung tamang answer, no?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Just in case lang na wala sa choices yung answer, correct answer, then we must also deal how to deal with it during the actual board. So yan na natin, skip natin ito, Carl, and then I'll get back to this group tomorrow. So ibibigay ko yung structure niya. Okay ba?
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So 25, Jen. Sa dalawa na yun, Jen, pakinote yung 24 and yung kanina. Okay?
13 and 24.
Inot natin yan. Sige. Maganda rin natin inaano natin ito so that we get the correct answer. Question 25. Ilan?
12/30 po.
Mababa, no? Tingnan natin. Mandates the establishment of local health boards in every local government yun. So may memory work kasi, so we know very well about local health boards, pero yung sa specific section niya, kung correct ito, no? Section 102, mandates the establishment of local health boards. Kasi yung A, B, D, and E pertain to other aspects of local governance and administration, but not specifically to local health boards. So it's memory work. We cannot do anything. We cannot do anything except memorizing all those sections. We just hope na hindi ganun ka specific yung tanong during the board, but who knows, di ba? Okay. Question 27. Jen. Section, section ito. The primary objective here kung bakit naglagay ako ng mga section dito is for you to check it out. Ganun. Para it will, before you can move to other aspects of your review, baka pwede yung basahin and be familiarized. Lalo na yung mga planning related talaga, mga ERA is they really want to give and they really want to ask and test people how much you have, how much do you know about this ERA. Criteria for the allocation of the ERA. So section 284, I'm not sure if you have read about this before. So A, B, D, and E refer to other financial and administrative provisions, but not specifically to ERA allocation. 28, Jen, so ito hindi na ito section.
Seven over 30 po.
Under RA 7160, which body is primarily responsible for ensuring participatory governance and citizen involvement at the local level? So, do we have some questions here? Let's see. Barangay Assembly ensures participatory governance. Everyone naman, A to E, let's see ensures participatory governance and citizen involvement, serving as a forum for community members to express their views and participate in local decision making. A, B, D, and E have roles in governance, but the barangay assembly is the primary forum. So probably the question should be primary forum for direct citizen participation. And also because I think so, this question also would be tricky. Primary responsible, baka kasi the word again of primarily responsible is something that you would compare it with or you might take it as something na who is leading, di ba? Or who is initiating. Okay, but primary responsible should be yeah, that one primary forum. Okay, but I'm not changing this one. I'm not changing the answer. It's still something like local development council. They are involved, but yeah, not really on direct citizen participation. Do you agree with this? So, but probably I can always reformulate this question to make it more understandable. So we can proceed with question 29.
(21/30) po.
Mataas na rin. Main purpose of local fiscal administration. Let's see. It all depends on the choices and how these were worded. The local fiscal administration provision aims to provide guidelines, diba? So for efficient financial management within LGUs, ensuring transparency, accountability, and proper utilization of funds. So A and E are contrary to the principles of local autonomy. Then C and D addressed specific financial aspects, but do not capture the broad purpose of financial guidelines. Financial management guidelines. Okay ba? So answer is to provide guidelines for efficient financial management. Because it's asking about local fiscal. So eliminated na yung A and E, ano? So C and D, national funds. So can also eliminate that. Then D, also to establish uniform tax rates. So I think it's easy to answer question 29. 30, Jen, last item.
9/30 po.
9. Because section ulit, ano? So, but it should also, basahin nyo na lang lahat ano yung content of each of the sections, because section 69 provides for the recall of local elective officials before the end of their term, allowing constituents to remove an official through a recall election. So A address the term of office of local officials. B pertains to disciplinary actions. D and E refer to other legislative processes and procedures. So it's 69. Yeah, probably this was given once or yeah, I'm not sure how many times already that this question was asked about recall of local elective officials. So and I'll let's see, let me have a look at yung ano ninyo, Jen, yung kanilang grade, let's see. ilan yung nakapasa. So, kung ano, if you get the two frozen questions, then, di ba may dagdag, di ba 19 kayo? So, then, you can be 21, ano? So, pag-aralan ko muna yung dalawa. Okay ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, pag-aralan natin, ano? Kasi, Jen, tingnan ko lang yung ano, ha? Let me just check. Saglit lang. I'll have a look at on my own yung score ninyo. So, Physics Q5. Okay, responses. So, summary is... So, 11, 15, 19, 14, 20. So, okay. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 lang ano, Jen? Ang 21 and above?
Ano po ulit, ma'am?
6 lang ang nakakuha ng 21 and above. Yeah, that's what I can see here. And then si Glenn having the highest. Si Glenn, parang this is the second time Glenn yeah, top the mock exam. Correct ba ako? Si Glenn, ano? Then Miller also, 23. Aba, kung mag-correct answer niya mamaya, di mag-20.
24 po si Sir Glenn, and then 22 si Ma'am Roma, 22 si Ma'am Annalyn.
Yeah, I'll have a look na lang para wag nang mag-announce, okay? Yeah, I'm just curious about sino yung consistent, sino yung hindi, ganon. So that I would know how. And then si Miller also, kapag makuha niya yung dalawa, o di 25 siya, di ba? Ganun lang yan. So anyway, thank you again, and I promise to settle those two questions. Okay, it deserves a second look. Okay, so thank you. Don't worry about camera. We already took your some photo documentation earlier. So tomorrow we will have mock questions on the our law, yung RA 10587. Okay, that's professionalizing the environmental planning as a profession. Okay,